We are at Concord here. We got Karl, Sanders, and Nile. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us, and more importantly, your fans.
Pleasure to be here, sir.
Although I'm one of those, of course. When fans saw this lineup, they had to be stoked to see just how impressive it is. You've been on it before. You've done these type of things before. When you are on a tour this big with this diverse of a crowd, do you feel like you're playing more for old fans and friends or newer fans, or is it a mix?
It's a mix, but definitely we're out here winning new fans. That's the whole purpose of being here. There are people we meet in each of these shows that say, I've heard of you guys, but I've never actually seen you before, and so on and so forth. So we're definitely reaching new fans in this package.
Good deal. I was first introduced to you guys up in Milwaukee, at least live, I should say, earlier this year, and you were sick as a dog. And you came out and just slayed it anyway, showed true professionalism. My question that ties with that is, to younger bands, if you don't have a work ethic that's out of this world, do you have a chance?
No, not a realistic one. There's a lucky one in a million people who, get things handed to them in life. But for everybody else, you have to work for what you get. And even then, you might not get it. It takes not only insane amounts of hard work, sacrifice, dedication, perseverance, but just a little bit of luck from the metal gods.
Very good. I'm a teacher, so I'm going to pass that along to my students who think, it'll just work out for me.
No,
it doesn't just work out.
No. Gotta be.
Very good. We were talking, fans were talking, writers were talking. It seems to us that there's kind of an exclusive guitar Hall of Fame, although it's not a real one, just word of mouth, that's very exclusive and it's very close. Like names like Eddie Van Halen, comes to mind, and Steve Vai and this and that. And it almost seems like there's no new entries, and how unfair that is. It's almost like it's very exclusive. You certainly have to be considered among one of the great guitar players in modern times. Do you feel there's this club that no one new can ever get in? Is that?
Well, I don't know if you can think of it in those terms. There's great guitar players everywhere you fucking look. But I think it's just the culture of our time. In 2016, people have devalued hard work and talents. So when they see it, they don't recognize it, and they don't respect it. Like, say, 20, 30 years ago, when the names you're speaking of rose to prominence and reached out and touched everyone. There's great guitar players no matter where you look. Like, take this tour, for example. Moises Koslin from Crisian. He deserves every bit of godlike respect that's reserved for the Eddie Van Halens of the world. Will he get it? Probably not, but amongst the people who listen to Crisian and have seen him, everyone will walk away going, holy fucking crap, this guy's a real fucking deal. Right. Or Dave from Revocation, another band on this bill. Another incredible fucking guitar. Certainly deserving of, the praise reserved for the top tier guitarists. But will you see them honored by the general public? Probably not. In fact, I guarantee you, not.
Right.
But it's not because of the lack of talent. It's because of apathy resulting from the devaluation of music and talent.
It's sad, but some of your lyrics, and I got a chance to talk to Dal back in February. We talked a little bit about Call to Destruction and how poignant that is for what's going on in today's world with religious extremism and reactions to that. Along with that, now evil to cast out evil, is kind of rising in prominence. I hear more people talking about that in the metal world. Do you think that the average death metal fan is more, I don't want to maybe say more intelligent, but maybe more intelligent for seeking things that are not surface level and willing to and invest time into that?
I think the very nature of underground metal attracts a certain mindset. It resonates with a certain kind of person that wants something more. So I'm not at all surprised by what you're saying. That's how we all found our way to extreme metal. We wanted more. All of us. So when I say we, I'm speaking collectively as the extreme metal audience, which I consider myself part of. I'm an artist, but I also listen to extreme metal. We all found our way because that quest for something more than what we're being mass fed exists in all of us.
I want to ask you kind of a fun question at the end here, but I'll save it for that. Your crew, when I saw you guys in Milwaukee, one of the neat things for me was I got to kind of peek behind the metaphorical curtain, if you will. And after I had a chance to talk to Dallas, I kind of just lingered and watched your crew work, and set up and sound and this and that, and I never had a chance to do that. My question is twofold. One, with a show like this, where there's not a lot of time and changeover and this and that, how hard is it on the crew to get the sound right, and how instrumental are they in general to the success of Nile?
I think they are part of a well-oiled machine that certainly would not function without quality people. You're only as good as your crew will let you be. You can take a talented bunch of individuals. If they have no crew or a shitty crew, it's not going to allow them to present what they do. You have to have fucking help, especially in this circumstance where you got minimal change over time and minimal space because trying to cram a lot of gear onto a little stage up here. So you have to have quality people, or you will just be fucked. Yeah.
Can you compare just briefly the difference between the heavy metal, death metal culture in Europe and abroad as opposed to America? Like the health, the vibrance of it, the craziness of the fan. Is there a difference?
Well, I think America and Europe are becoming more jaded because we're oversaturated. You go to a place like, somewhere like in Eastern Europe, like, I don't know, like Russia or whatever. Russia's not Europe, but, or Poland or Slovenia or Lithuania, Latvia, any of those places where it's not oversaturated. Those people are very appreciative. They're happy to get shows. They are hungry for metal. I think the problem here in America and what's happening I see in some parts of Western Europe is it's just oversaturated. There's so many bands playing similar styles that by the time it's time for Cannibal to tour, right, there have been already a whole glut of Cannibal Corpse sounding bands doing exactly what Cannibal does. So why would an audience care? It's a tough wall of apathy that's built by so many bands all mining the same territory, which is unfair to a band like Cannibal because they're highly influential. A lot of bands trying to do what they do, right? Not as many bands are trying to do what we do, but you'll find an awful lot of behemoth buttons. People trying to become behemoths. So what does that mean for us? It means, the scene has more bands than fans. Like, I bet you if we go out in that audience out there today, at least half the people in that audience play in some kind of band. At least half. Where that's a much higher ratio than in days past. There's only a certain amount, that makes for a healthy, balanced environment. It's like an ecosystem, right? if you have all lions in the jungle and you have no prey, it's not going to work anymore. Lions are going to be going hungry or fighting each other or moving in new places to look for fucking food. Well, it's kind of the same fucking thing.
Okay. Last question, kind of closing question, just kind of a loop around, dick around question, but just for the fun of it. Out of everyone here, all the band, all the musicians on this tour, if there was Jeopardy with Alex Trebek, and it's you versus two others up there, what's two other people are going to be up there, or do you want up there? Or however you want to take it, as dumb as that question is.
Well, the question I would have to respond is, are they on my team or am I competing?
Oh, no, you're competing.
Oh, well then give me the cement heads. Don't give me the smart guys. I need a fighting chance.
Fair enough. Karl Sanders, Nile, here Summer Slaughter. Come see Summer Slaughter as it rolls on through your neighborhood. We thank you for your time, your intelligence, talent, and delivery.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.